Welcome to Helen's Journey. Improve your English skills through this exciting story about Helen, an Ethiopian-American girl exploring Ethiopia and trying to find her birth family. Brought to you by the U.S. Embassy to Ethiopia. The U.S. invests in Ethiopians. Episode 18, Tell Me You Love Me. Welcome back, friends. Previously on Helen's Journey, Helen and her boyfriend Zegaye had a big fight about her friendship with Khalid and Alamayu. Now Zegaye is coming to her apartment with something to say to Helen. What's he going to say? Let's listen and find out.
Zegaye.
Helen, hello. I'm sorry for coming to your place without calling first, but I wanted to surprise you.
Are these for me?
Yes, I have seen this in many American movies. When the man makes a mistake, he brings flowers to his girlfriend.
They're beautiful.
May I come in?
Yes, please come in. I've been wanting to talk to you.
Yes, me too. I saw on social media that you just got back from Harar, so I came over to see you.
It's really good to see you. I know we have been fighting, but I miss you.
I miss you too. I'm sorry. I mean it this time. I know we have different cultures, and you can be friends with anyone you want. I'm sorry for being jealous.
I am sorry too. I know you have a different perspective, and I should try to understand you more.
I think I overreacted because I have been under a lot of pressure with the student council and the cafeteria protest.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Let's move forward.
I'd like that. Do you want some coffee or tea? I brought some coffee from Harar.
That would be nice. How was Harar? I love that city.
It was fantastic. We had some good interviews in the villages for our research, and we also had a great time exploring the city. Also, look at this video.
Whoa, you are feeding the hyenas. Were you scared?
A little. They're huge, and they get so close to you.
Did you share this video with your family in America? They will be shocked.
Yeah. My parents thought it was impressive. Tomorrow, Khalid and I have another trip to Mekelle. You should come with us. We can visit Aksum or some of the rock churches in Tigray.
I wish I could, but things are too busy here.
Is everything okay? You said you've been under pressure.
Yeah, I'm okay. Feel stressed. I'm not sleeping much because I have so much work to do with classes and the student council. We are negotiating with the school administration to make some repairs in the dormitories. One of the men's dormitories hasn't had water for 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible. How can they focus on studying when they can't do basics like taking a shower?
Exactly. We are used to such things here in Ethiopia, but this is ridiculous.
Is the administration open to working with student council on this issue?
Well, of course they say yes, of course. But then they give excuses about why things can't change. No budget.
That's too bad. What are you going to do?
We will continue negotiating. We will have to make some compromises. Prioritize what we are asking for, since the administration won't give us everything.
You sound like such a politician.
It's good practice for my future career.
I thought you wanted to work in business law. Do you actually want to be a politician?
Well, I have been enjoying my role as a student council president. I am open to that kind of career. Maybe I will be the first Ethiopian president of America.
I think you have to be born in the U.S. to be eligible, so neither of us can be an American president. But we can be senators or secretaries of big departments.
Secretaries are like ministers in the U.S. government, right?
Yeah. I can be the Secretary of State who is in charge of foreign relations. I will give special favors to Ethiopia.
Oh, that's corruption. I will be the secretary of the law department, and I will prosecute you for corruption.
That's the Department of Justice. You could be the Attorney General. That's the person at the top of the department. Or you could be the FBI director. The FBI also enforces the law.
Okay, how do I get one of those jobs?
You probably have to be a U.S. citizen, and then be really accomplished and high level in your career.
Well, I guess I will just have to marry you and get American citizenship.
Don't you want to be a politician here in Ethiopia?
That works too, but what about you? Will you stay in Ethiopia with me?
What do you mean?
I mean, what's the future of our relationship? Your fellowship will end in June. Are you going back to the US and leaving me here all alone?
Well, I have the option to renew my fellowship and stay one more year. Anyway, June is like 3 months away. We don't have to think about that now.
I want to talk about it. If you renew your fellowship and stay one more year, then you will still be leaving Ethiopia eventually. What about me? What about us?
I don't really know. I might find my birth family. I might stay here. I think I am eligible to get a yellow card and live here longer. We have only been dating a couple months. I don't think we can know how this relationship will go. And I don't think we need to worry about it right now.
Helen, I love you.
Oh my God. I don't know what to say.
Tell me you love me.
I care about you a lot. But it seems really fast.
I know it's fast, but because of our situation, we have to think fast.
Our situation?
You are American. I am Ethiopian.
I live here. You will go back to America soon. Our fight made me realize that I love you. I don't want to live without you. I want to plan a future with you. I was reading online and getting a fiancé visa to the US would be one option for us to stay together, if we are serious about each other. And I am serious about you. Then we need to plan in advance how we can be together. Immigration and visa applications take a long time. Don't you love me?
I don't think I'm ready to say that. You are important to me, but I think we are still getting to know each other.
Okay, I want to give you time to love me. I will do anything for you.
Wow! Zegaye told Helen he loves her. Will she love him back? I hope we find out soon. Now let's see what Alamayu's doing. Last time we saw him, he had a phone call advising him to investigate Zegaye and bribes from the cafeteria food supplier. Alamayu planned to investigate the situation. Did he find evidence? Let's listen and find out.
Khaled, you're home.
Hey, did something happen?
I have proof.
Proof of what?
I have proof that Zegaye and the former student council president have been accepting bribes from the cafeteria food supplier.
How?
Let's have some tea. I'll tell you about it.
Okay.
Remember last week that phone call I received? The caller didn't tell me their name, but they said they knew of the corruption happening with the cafeteria food supplier and the student council.
Yeah, I remember.
While you were in Harar, I went back to the office of the cafeteria food supplier and tried to interview the staff that worked there. They wouldn't tell me anything. So I went back to the cafeteria and I asked the staff there if they knew any former deliver drivers from the supplier. People that used to work there. I got a phone number of an old driver.
Why did you want an old driver's phone number?
I thought maybe because the current employees of the supplier won't talk to me. Then maybe former ones will.
Oh.
So I called the old driver. He doesn't know anything about the bribes, but he knows a few people that used to work in the office. He gave me their numbers. I called all three of those people. The third employee I called actually had useful information. He said he knew about the bribes. He said the student council negotiates the contract with the food supplier. So every year, the food supplier contacts the student council and offers them a gift.
A gift?
Yeah, money. He meant they give the student council president money. So the student president will persuade the student council to continue using them as a food supplier.
But that's just what a former employee says. Why should anyone believe him?
Because he has copies of the accounting books. He had a disagreement with the owner. So before he left, he made copies of the accounting books. The books show payments to the student council president, including Zegaye.
Is he going to give you copies of the accounting books?
He already has. I'm working on the article, and it will be published in next week's newsletter. Zegaye will be exposed. In just 7 days, his corruption will be known to the whole campus.
And Helen. Helen will see who he really is.
Yes, I think you should warn her about the article before it is published, so she's not too shocked or offended we didn't tell her.
I think you are right. But we should tell her together, because you are the ones that has the evidence.
Okay, we could meet her tomorrow.
But she and I go to Makale tomorrow morning for research. We can tell her when we get back in 4 days.
Okay, if you can wait that long to tell the woman you love that her boyfriend is a corrupt, dishonest man.
Oh, wow. Alamayo found evidence that Zegaye is a corrupt student council president, and Khaled and Alamayo are going to tell Helen. What will Helen say? Let's listen to future episodes and find out. Now for a lesson on English language. Time for vocabulary. Let's look at some words from the story. Our first vocabulary term is stressed. Zegaye said,
Yeah, I'm okay. Feel stressed. I'm not sleeping much because I have so much work to do with classes and the student council.
Stressed is an adjective that means feeling very worried or anxious. Zegaye has been feeling very worried and anxious about his school and work. He is stressed. The second vocabulary word is expose. Alamayo said,
He already has. I'm working on the article, and it will be published in next week's newsletter. Zegaye will be exposed. In just 7 days, his corruption will be known to the whole campus.
Expose is a verb that means to reveal something hidden, dishonest, etc. Alamayo will publish the story about the student council's corruption, and Zegaye's dishonesty will be revealed. Everyone will see Zegaye's corruption. He will be exposed. The third term or word is under pressure. Zegaye said,
I think I overreacted because I have been under a lot of pressure with the student council and the cafeteria protest.
Under pressure is a phrase that means a feeling of stress or anxiety because you have too much to do or because people are depending on you for something. Zegaye has too much to do, so he feels stressed and anxious. He is under pressure. Our fourth vocabulary term is renew. Helen said,
Well, I have the option to renew my fellowship and stay 1 more year. Anyway, June is like 3 months away. We don't have to think about that now.
Renew is a verb that means to cause something to continue to be effective or valid for an additional period of time. Helen's Fulbright scholarship is for 1 year, but it's possible that she can continue her program for a 2nd year. She can try to renew her Fulbright. And the fifth vocabulary term is care about. Helen said,
I care about you a lot, but it seems really fast.
Care about is a verb phrase that means to feel affection for someone. Zegaye told Helen that he loves her. She responded that she cares about him. This means she feels affection for him, but it is not as strong as saying, I love you. Time for expressing yourself in English. Apologizing. Apologizing means telling someone you hurt through your actions or words that you're sorry. Let's listen to an example from the episode.
I miss you too. I'm sorry. I mean it this time. I know we have different cultures, and you can be friends with anyone you want. I'm sorry for being jealous.
Zegaye hurt Helen with his jealous behavior. He's telling her he knows he was wrong, and he's taking responsibility for his actions that hurt her. Next time you want to make an apology, try saying, I'm sorry for. Time for grammar. Modals of possibility are the modal verbs can, could, may, and might. These modal verbs, followed by base form verbs, mean that something is possible, not certain. Let's listen to an example.
I don't really know. I might find my birth family. I might stay here. I think I am eligible to get a yellow card and live here longer. We have only been dating a couple months. I don't think we can know how this relationship will go. And I don't think we need to worry about it right now.
Helen is saying that it is possible she will find her birth family. It is possible she will stay here. It's not certain, but it might happen. Let's listen to another example.
That's the Department of Justice. You could be the Attorney General. That's the person at the top of the department. Or you could be the FBI director. The FBI also enforces the law.
Helen is telling Zegaye it's possible he will be the Attorney General. And it's possible he will be the FBI director. It's not certain, but it could happen. Next time you want to say something is possible, use might, could, may, or can. Time for facts on American culture and education. The U.S. Senate. Helen jokes with Zegaye that they could become U.S. senators. The United States Senate is one of the chambers of Congress, the legislative body of the U.S. government. Each of the 50 states elects 2 people to serve in the Senate, so every state has the same representation whether the state has a small or large population. The Senate writes and passes laws. The president nominates people to be judges, cabinet secretaries, and ambassadors, and the Senate has to vote to confirm them. The Senate also has to consent to all treaties between the U.S. and other foreign governments. The U.S. Constitution gave the Senate these powers to provide checks and balances on the other branches of government. Helen might not be able to become U.S. president, but she could become a senator, and that is an incredibly important job. Thank you for listening to Helen's Journey. We'll see you next time. The introduction and closing music, Blue Ska, is by Kevin MacLeod, Incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons.
Executive Producer Hailu Kabada. Directors Abdullah Birru, Antaneh Brahani. Sound and Editing Tamrat Alamu. Narrator Timothy Green. Casts Theodros Tasama as Alamayo. Zarihun Brahanu as Khalid. Adana Gitacho as Zegaye.